All right. Hi guys. Hi Faridas. Hi Phoebe. Hi Lise. Hi Misha. Hi guys. Hello. Hello. Hi Trisha, welcome. Stretching a bit. We missed you too, Lise. I hope you're feeling better. Hi, Lindsay. Wow. Okay, my hands are super dry. Hold on. So difficult to find a hand cream that first doesn't have any kind of silicones in it, and that also doesn't leave a gross feeling on your hands. Yuck. Ow. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Sarah. Hi. I think I'm starting to feel a little better. Oh, that's awesome. Great news. Great news. Hi, Stephen. Ugh. Hey, bonjour Scotty. Salut bébé. Veux-tu être la star du show? T'es où? Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Où tu vas? C'est quoi le plan? Facile. Crabe. Viens dire bonjour à tes amis, Scout. Yark. Burk du thé, Burk. Burk. Non, j'ai tellement pris de temps à placer ma caméra, Scout. Hold up, how is Christmas this close? Holy cow, I agree. I'm like, wait, it's next week. Like in 7 days, Christmas will be over. What? Bonjour, Scoot. Hi, Scoot. Yeah, baby. Ouais, j'ai un petit chat. J'ai un tout petit chat. 1 minute. Hi, Susan. Hey. Scout is doing a really good job of not showing her face, because she's pretty, like, she's having a tough a tough pass with her allergies. Poor baby. She had a big, like, scab on her chin last week, and her ears are still as furless as ever. There was one funny moment where like, we tried to stop her when she's scratching herself, like, with way too much intent. And once she was scratching her eye, and I simply said, Scout, your eye. And she went, meh. And I was like, well, stop scratching, baby. Hey, Minette. Hey, mon bébé. Hello. Hello. Really câlin. Yeah, poor little girl. She doesn't understand why her face itches so much. In 2 weeks, all of 2020 will be over. I would, like, be beside myself in joy if there was any guarantee that 2021 won't be as bad. I'm terrified of jinxing it, like being way too happy that the year is over and then 2021 starts and it's another fresh nightmare. Kitty cat psoriasis? I don't know. We think it's allergies because she only has it on her ears, around her eyes, and on her chin. So I don't know if that's psoriasis. Huh? Hey, baby. Minute. I hope to God 2021 will be better. I don't know if I could handle another 2020. I don't think anyone could. Like, people are barely holding on together at this point. Like, Christmas is coming and the world situation is not improving necessarily. I can't say the big bad word because I think YouTube really comes down upon videos that mention what's going on, which is absolutely absurd. But yeah, if you, like, people are already at the end of whatever bad patience they had, because many people are like, oh, we can't get together for Christmas. Well, watch me. Fini? Tu t'es sur ta chaise? Une minute. Tu t'es là en dessous? Qu'est-ce que tu veux? Dessus? Dessous? Dessus? T'es pas sûr? Une minute. Allez, allez. Qu'est-ce que tu veux? Ah. The sign anime referred to the virus as norovirus. Well, norovirus is a thing. It's a thing that exists. Maybe it's just dry skin because of the weather. Except that she has it year round, even when it's super humid and gross in the summer. No? Ça tente plus? Do they make lotion for cat? I've tried putting some coconut oil on her ears, since it's good for dry skin, and she can also lick it and it's not going to be problematic. Pro tip: pencil does not erase once it's been wet. No, if you paint over pencil, it's never going to erase. Baisha? Baisha. She's gone. She has never had a cortisol shot. Hey, hi Maggie. Hey. The thing is the doctor wouldn't even, like, believe us when we told her she probably had allergies. And our vet is one of those vets that really like to inflate the bill. So we try not to go often, but fairly sure that next time we go, if we have to go anyway, we will mention it to them and see what they can do then. But I've mentioned it like a billion times. The first encounter with the vet then for the Scout's allergies was such a nightmare. Not even if it was just plain water. Yeah. Yeah, Phoebe, I've mentioned it before. I can just do the quick story, but the thing is we suspected Scout had food allergies or some sort of allergies, and at some point we gave her like just chicken. It was a treat, you know, those cans of like just one type of meat, and it was just chicken, and she got super sick, like really badly sick, and we sort of panicked and went to the vet. And the vet was like, oh, but there's only 1 out of 10 cats that has food allergies. And I was like, but that's a lot. Anyway, she was talking about like operating and doing a bunch of things on Scout. And they wanted us to leave with that stupid Hills food that's full of chicken. And at that point I was kind of like, okay, bye. And when we got back here, we switched her food to something that has much less chicken, and she got better, so she's definitely allergic to chicken, and there's definitely something else we haven't figured out. That vet was there only once. We never saw her again. I think she might have been like fresh out of school and not a very good one. So, yeah. If, like, then the time after that we had to go to the vet, I asked them, I was like, oh, can we please not have the vet we had last time? And they were like, oh, she's not here anymore. So, like, okay, good. Awesome. Oh no, Mikey! Yikes! Oh, setbacks suck. I'm glad you were able to get back to it today. But I mean, we have to accept setbacks. I think it's really worse if we sort of dwell on them. But nothing is ever a straight line. Like it's a jagged line. So some things will go really good, then whoops, go back down a bit, then go really good, and all that. My dog has a wet allergy and gets sores on her skin. Where does she get them? 1 out of 10 is 10%. How many cats do you think there are? Yeah, that was my thought. Like she said it like, oh, only 1 out of 10 cats has food allergies. And I was like, that's a lot. That's a lot of... Like if I think about all the cats I see and know, that means... like, I know at least 3 cats that have food allergies. That's like insane. Chicken is in everything, I agree. It's been much better though. Like last time I checked when she got pseudo diagnosed, it was really difficult to find food without chicken. Now it's much easier. Hi, April. Hey. Hi, Val. Can't wait to celebrate Christmas alone, which I love. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's nice to just chill. The sore happens everywhere. The area where she can scratch showed more through because she scratched them. Okay. See, if Scout had sores like everywhere, or if she like licked her fur away in other spots, I would consider it more, but it only affects her face that we can see. So I'm like, what's going on? Our vet says that many pets have chicken allergies because it's in everything. Yeah, and it's not good chicken, it's like chicken flour. And you're like, hold on. How exactly do you make chicken flour? apparently there's some strict diet and another one, lol, that no one gave me for after gallbladder. Oh no. Latest latest slice of pizza, my buddy said no. Oh. Yeah, I don't... Pizza, unless you don't have cheese on it. Or like a very minimal amount of cheese. That sounds like a nightmare for someone without a gallbladder. Jackson Galaxy has a video on the problems of cat food. Ooh, I'll have to check that out. That guy is so eccentric. Tea. Is everyone ready for Christmas? I just have to go food shopping one more time and then I am done. Ooh. We are sort of ready. If everything goes well, we're getting a food delivery on the 22nd, and then we should be set for a bit. There's chicken flour. Yeah. It's gotta be some really odd process of dehydrating all the leftover chicken bits and bones and then grinding it into a flour. Which doesn't sound great. Have you considered she might be allergic to your laundry soap if she rubs against things a lot? Yeah, we considered it because she likes to sleep on fresh laundry. But I'll have to check. I think we have a hypoallergenic formula, whatever that means. Like, sometimes I don't understand hypoallergenic stuff because I'm like, there's still ingredients in there, so you can sort of still be allergic to those. What am I missing? But again, I would have expected her to like become itchy all over if she had a reaction to the laundry soap, because she sleeps on fresh laundry like with her whole body. But yeah. Ew. Ew. What? Lana says meat flour is used for bad quality animal food, and when it was fed to cows in Germany, there was a drama because it started a disease. You're not supposed to feed meat to cows. Ugh. Oh, good, more meat talk. I mean, come on, Stephen. We're not talking about human consumption of meat. We're talking about animal consumption of meat. Animals, you have no other options but to feed them meat at some point. Like, some of them are obligate carnivores. It's just nature. Hey, Mikey, did you find someone to crochet you another Olga? We should absolutely crochet you like a big Olga cushion, because she's so tiny. Like, you could have a big crocheted plushie. The Monty Python bunny was hilarious. The length humans will go through to save a penny is a bit absurd. Not good. cows are meant to eat grass. I think that's about it. Yes, Kelly's on the job. I think her mother is going to do it for me. Oh, awesome! We should totally, like, get you as, like, give you a collection of little Olgas. That would be hilarious. I don't think I have any properly colored yarn, but I would absolutely get on it. I love crocheting random stuff, like, just, it's the only way I'm able to sculpt. I'm not very good with actual sculpture. I don't think I have the patience for it, and it just annoys me. But with crochet, I've done quite a few things, like just out of nothing, like no pattern, no nothing. Because it's once you understand a couple of basic principles to build shapes, it's not super hard to improvise. I've done an alien and a facehugger for a friend. I've mentioned my collection of poops that I crochet for a friend, as a joke, of course. I've done quite a few things. I've done a giraffe for a baby in the family. It would be hilarious to have a pillow-sized hamster. That would be really funny, right? And I think if it's a bit bigger, it would be easier to accommodate for coloring too. Because that's a bit difficult on a small thing, since you either need to crochet with a much smaller yarn and a hook, which is really difficult on the hands, or you need to sort of scale up, because if you crochet with regular yarn, something small, you don't have much leeway for variations. Yeah, I've crocheted and felted poops for a friend. It's kind of a running joke. It's not, I know it is what it is. I'm not deluding myself, but it's always like just, it's literally just for fun, because it's always hilarious to see his reaction, because he never knows what he's gonna get. So hey, Boxa Paint, hi. Trying to feed animals, but Hershey's give their cows broken chocolate. Ew. A running joke. Running gag? Sorry. I was listening to a video. It's in French, but it's by a... Oh, I don't remember. But it's like a paleontobiologist or something. And he was explaining how cows have specific teeth to be able to deal with the silica that you can find in grass. And I thought that was really fascinating. Like, the person was saying how humans should never try to eat grass, because in grass you have silica, which is really, really hard, and our teeth are not made to be able to deal with the silica. So if we eat grass, we're gonna mess up our teeth. But cows, and I guess horses and other animal who eat grass, have really weird teeth. It's really different, and that's why it's like that. Which I thought was fascinating. I would love to learn this stuff in school rather than, well, a bunch of stuff we learned that I just don't forget now. Flashback of me eating grass when I was a toddler. Well, if you were a toddler, that's fine. You lost all those teeth anyway. Would felting a small Christmas ornament be something of... No. Don't don't let kiddos felt, because the needles for felting are nasty. Dang, they are nasty. It's like a needle... I don't remember, but I think it has many barbs like this side. And the concept is that you punch in and out. You often have a device that has like multiple needle, or you can do it with just one, but multiple needle is faster. And you basically punch the ball of yarn until it's all felted. And the hooks help to felt the yarn. If you dig that into your fingers, it hurts like hell. Sorry, but dude, there's no other way to say it. I felted a few things and I felted my finger, and it's not recommended. It's really, really painful. Oh, Trisha already said all that. Yeah, exactly. Needle felting would scare me with a 5-year-old. Those needles are sharp and hurt when you miss. Yeah, seriously. Not to mention more than one stomach and they reach you everything. Yeah. Cows have giant cat thongs. Can sandpaper half your face in one swipe? Hey, Dominic, hi. I think if you want to create an ornament with a younger kid, you can sort of buy sheets of felt, you know, like color felt that you can get at the craft store or at the dollar store, and you use Helmer's glue, like the white PVA glue, and like you make it like you have the kids cut like 2 shapes like this, and then glue them together, and then like you glue a hat. And you glue a carrot and eyes and buttons, and you can glue a string. That would be much safer. Hey, enjoy your dinner, Lana. That's what I was planning, but I wanted to check about the other. The other is fun because you can really create 3D objects, but I would recommend waiting until the kiddo is a bit older. Felt and sequins and pins on fumbles are great. Yeah, definitely. I just keep thinking about felting needles and I'm like, ugh. It's a bit like when you see a fish hook and you're like, oh, well, you know you're probably not gonna like fish hook your fingers often, but I don't know about you guys, but I cannot help but think about like the one time it's gonna happen. It's so not gonna be fun. You can get flat pins that are not sharp on the tip. Yeah, I just turned my thumb as a kid with those. Whoa. Man, anything with barbs really get to me. Like thimbles and other protection should be used in any case when using. Definitely. It's just sometimes a bit difficult for questions of dexterity. And like the one time I did hit myself with the felting needles was when I was super tired, and that really taught me to pay attention. The same, I think every time I've cut myself on something really, like in a really dumb way, because you kind of know what you're doing. It were always times when I was super tired. Same way that I cut myself on a palette knife, because I was so tired and so out of it and in a rush that I didn't think. I was only 3 when I started sewing buttons on fabric scraps and fishing. I poked myself into with needles and fish hooks. Well, you're a braver person than I am, I guess. Though I would really say felting needles are Unless you can find a device that would sort of be really protected, like something with a plastic cover that would limit the chances of stabbing your fingers with the needles. It's really fun because you can get a much smoother look to things that you sculpt with felt, but woo. When I was a kid, we had a cat that got a fish. Oh no, poor baby. No teacher tells you the longer you use a palette knife, the sharper you use. Yeah! And I was using it for making paint, so every time I was using it, it was to scrape it on the, you know, the frosty glass surface. So it would get really super duper sharp. And me as a champ, I went, I'm gonna take this one because this one is still quite like not sharp. This one is cheap and has jagged edges, and I'm like, why make something that shoddy? Anyway, and I was washing it and I went like la la la, and I went slip and it just opened up my finger like really bad, and I was like, crud. Dang it. You can always try felting with hot water and soap. Oh yeah. Palette tweezers, seriously. Like if you have a sharpened up palette knife, you can probably cut many things with it. Ah! Oh, good grief. If you get a fish hook in you deep, it's usually better to cut off the eye and pull it through. Yeah, I can see that. Same with an arrow, I think, right? I was so danger prone as a kid. I literally stabbed my arm with a pencil in my pocket. Oh no. Only thing sharper in my studio is the fifth Schmincke 48 palette. Oh yeah. Dude, those palettes are so sharp. What were they thinking? Honestly. The barbs do all their damage on going backwards. Yeah, exactly. Which is why felting is so problematic, because the motion is to punch the wool really fast. So you basically like punch in the needles, punch out the needles, punch in the needles. So when you punch in your fingers, punch out your fingers, you don't really have the time to just think between the two motions. So you just rip a hole in your finger and you're like, well, this was made with tears, sweat, and blood, I guess. What are they thinking as they keep making them that way? I have no idea. I've been looking at a few vintage palettes, and even though the edges are not finished, the metal is so much more thick that it doesn't feel as much of a danger. It looks really relaxing. Doing what? Felting? I think crochet has got to be the most zen thing I know how to do. Felting is fun to do if you're not on a deadline, and you can really make interesting details with felting, which you can sort of. It's more difficult to do. But danger, Will Robinson. Crochet is the most like mindless thing one can do, because even if you drop a stitch in crochet, first of all, that's kind of hard to do, and then nothing happens. It's like, oh, I'll just pick it up like right there. It's not gonna unravel indefinitely. Nothing is gonna happen. Spinning yarn is my most relaxing thing to do. That sounds really relaxing as well. all this talk about crochet makes me want to crochet some flowers. Why not? Oh man. I see auto crochet a lot and I'm like, I kind of want to crochet too, but I don't have time for it now. It took me forever to finish that darn video that I posted today. Hey, Paulo! Hiya! It took me 2 weeks of working on the video because it would destroy my focus every time I would try to work on it. This is the times when I crochet with my grandma and great aunt. Oh, that sounds a lot of fun. I learned to crochet on my own. Well, help with internet, of course. And one person tried to show me, and the first thing I crocheted, and I couldn't even tell which side was the good side and which side is supposed to be the back of it. I was crocheting around anyway. So yeah. I've made some progress since then. I am off from Tuesday and going to attempt mulling for the first time with... Ooh! Best of luck! I was really impressed by the times you said scan, color correct. Oh, I had to say that 25 times. I was like, I hope people won't get fed up with it. And it was really funny when I was sort of editing the audio, because there was one time that I tripped in the sentence. And I was like, I said it wrong, and I stopped and I went like, whoa. Because in my brain automatically it was like, how did you manage to get it wrong? But yeah, I said it fine after that. Dry paints, scanned, color corrected, and how they compare to the product picture. I was like, either two things are gonna happen. People are gonna be fed up with it, or they're gonna fall asleep to it because it's gonna be like this repetitive thing. Has anyone ever used a refillable brush pen? I just bought one. Which one did you get? I'm looking forward to the video. I only noticed it just before the stream. It took me some time, because like it's sort of the same process for every color, and after doing like 5 of them, my brain would shut down. And I was like, and it would take me like some time to recover. Last time I was at the art store, the clerk was pushing the new pigment brush pen from Sennelier. And I was drunk and didn't get any. I didn't know they made pigment brush pen. I thought they were maybe dye pens. It's pigment brush pen? That's interesting. Or it's gonna be problematic, either one way or the other. It's a new thing. M&G. A lot of Japanese which I can't read. Got it from Amazon.co.uk. Oh, check that out. If it had been one that I know, we could have helped figure out how to refill it, but I've never heard of that one. Ink brush by Sennelier. Okay. I think one of my favorite thing about Sennelier is that their sort of main Sennelier dude is quite active. on like social media and will post demos. Oops. Aww. Poor Otto can't come because she has bad neck pain. Ugh. Oh, afterward, can you share his social media? Hold on, let me... He handles the help prevent the spread of the virus. Yeah, no problem. I'm staying home. I'm not going outside. How about that? What am I? Okay. Yves Marie Salançon. He's the Senelli artistic director. His Instagram is YMSALANSON. Yves Marie Salançon. And he's also the one who is featured on their video on YouTube. I don't know if you guys can see, but yeah. On Instagram, YMSALANSON. They have the same colors as Le Petit Aquarelle. It's La Petite Aquarelle, actually. Unless they have it as Le Petit Aquarelle, but that would not be the proper grammar for it. I've been using a new waterproof brush pen and in love. Unipin fine liner. Is it refillable? Link for the ink brushes. Oh, afterwards. Pins. Yeah, I hope Otto gets better too. Like it's really not great to have like neck tensions and pain. Oh, I love it. He is so kind. And I like his accent because I can relate. They have it great. Yeah, don't worry about it, Paulo. A lot of people who don't speak French often go by Le Petit Aquarelle because try to explain how certain things are like words in French have genders, which is kind of a silly concept. Not refillable, which is annoying, but so far it seems to be holding up as my main drawing pen. Ooh. 24 colors identical to the colors of the range La Petite Aquarelle. 12 iridescent colors, precise tip, smooth flow, slim design, close to the shape of a brush. I should know because in Portuguese it's the same. We like to make things complicated, right? I have a friend who had to learn French a bit later on, and she was like the only way you can learn sort of the gender of the words in French is to be exposed to enough of it to absorb it by osmosis. Because otherwise, how are you supposed to explain to someone that table is a feminine word in French? Ah, okay. Whatever. I still can't fathom why it's la mer in French. The sea. I wish I knew. I don't. Gender nouns are so weird to English. They're weird. Yeah, they're difficult for English speakers like to learn, and they're weird for us to just think about. Who decided that stuff? Who went, oh, table is gonna be a feminine noun, and chair is gonna be a feminine noun, but a toaster is gonna be a masculine one. What? How? I mean, Because all those sailors had to have some reason to be able to say they love the sea. Aww. That's so poetic. I love it. I think it was the poets and the sailors made pressure to keep sea as a feminine gendered word. Gender the same in German. Der, die, das. Can someone explain how gendered words work? Oof. This explanation, I agree. I don't know how to explain it. It's just somehow some words, because the thing is that we have gendered I don't know how to call it, articles. French is my French grammar lessons are like so far gone, but it's basically depending on the gender of the word, the words around it are relating to it are going to be affected by the gender of the word. So it's kind of something you don't really learn it. You pick it up as you grow up or as you are immersed in it. And that's how you figure out that sometimes you have to conjugate like adjectives and stuff depending on the noun. I'm sorry, this is really like not my strong suit. It is what it is. Yeah. You have articles and more stuff that needs to agree, yeah. So you refer to your cat table. Well, cat table, not just a table. A table is a feminine noun. So I will, like in English you say a table or the table and it doesn't change much, but in French you can say le or la instead of the. And le is masculine, la is feminine. So you have to know what's the gender of the noun to be able to choose the proper article that goes with it. Raining cats and dogs. So in French we say la table. And if we have to say like the broken table, la table brisée. Brisée will have to be written in the proper gendered way that fits with the table. It's so silly. We don't use them in Danish either. Danish, but we have no gender and common gender words. It's a crapshoot. Which and some places in Denmark certain words will switch. El, la in Spanish, and it in Swedish. Yeah. It's silly. But it's probably like as old as language, so. Or as old as when people started making rules about language, I would say. Kids learn if it's le or la when they learn the word to begin with, which is way easier than going back and assigning a gender later. Yeah, and also kids who are immersed in that language don't have to think about it. Because you hear it all the time, you read it all the time, you see it on TV and the radio. Like, unless someone doesn't say it properly, you sort of get used to the way these things are supposed to sound. So you kind of know just by gut feeling when it doesn't sound right. There are a couple of words that are really funny because depending on where you're at, like it's gonna be the common language will be not necessarily the right gender for a word. Like one of an example here is the word for bus. In French, it's autobus, and like people from Quebec City will say, like we will shorten autobus to bus, but they will say la bus. So for them, autobus is like a French noun. And over here in Montreal, I think we say le bus more. So for us, the autobus is masculine. Oh, Otto! Aw. Did you get to use your massage hammer thing? Hey, Yuri, hi. Dang, severe neck pain. Do you know, is it from tension? Yeah, neck is way too delicate for that. Oh, oops. Autobus, like, is this like cat bus, but me as a boss? Oh no! No, it's like autobus. It's the French word for bus. You need to put all the heat on that neck to help loosen things in there. Those hammer things are awesome unless you use it near your neck and then it feels like you're being scrambled. Good to know. I'm always considering getting one, but they're kind of pricey. Good to know you cannot really use them on your neck. I noticed it as a cafe in France with a mom talking to her baby. It was la boule, not just ball. That's such a French way to use boule, to be honest. Over here we use balle mostly, or ballon. Should try the autobus. That would be weird. That's kind of more what's his name? The mangaka who did the Naruto books. Not Naruto the ninja, but Naruto the spiral. Oh no. Oh no, fairy dust. Careful about that. Yeah, I've had the heat patch on my neck and shoulders a couple of times, but not help. Ah, dang it. What is Renfo? Fish cake books. No, Uzumaki. That's the word I was looking for. The Uzumaki manga. I think. Junji Ito. Dang, my brain is lagging today. Renfo is the brand of our muscle hammer. Oh, okay. Junji Ito made a book about his cats that is hilarious because he still keeps that horror angle, but it's about cats and like someone having cats in a very normal way or so. I think he never draws his significant other with pupils. Like, it's just so weird. Yeah, I'm the same with neck pain. The only thing that kind of works is a lot of heat. Like, I put heat on all my face except the nose and neck and shoulders. And that's usually what helps. But it's not, like, I can only do that at nighttime when I'm asleep. Like, I literally put my face under my pillows except for the, like, nose and the nose. So it's over my eyes. And I bring my blanket up to under my nose and put, like, mini fuzzy warm blankets. And that's usually a bit better. Hey, Dan. Hey, lab accident. Hi, guys. Hi, Sarah. We have 2 Sarahs in chat. I've known so many other Sarahs too. My chart life seem to be drawn. Aw. I've only known awesome Sarahs, so. One of them had a birthday on the same day as I do, which was kind of funny. It's always funny to know someone who has a birthday on the same day. Because you're like, hey, happy birthday! And you're like, hey, you too! Ha ha ha! One time in life when you can sort of go, you too, to someone wishing you happy birthday, and it's not totally embarrassing, because it's actually true. Ah. Oh. Okay. It's funny, right? I've known 2 people with the birthday on the same date as I do. Like, actual people, not say like celebrities that you see that they have the birthday on the same day, but you've never actually spoken to them. Hi, Trisha Cat. I hope to go see Laura tomorrow. Laura is Lisa's parents' cat. Lisa's parents' cat. I can do this. Cute little girl that's white and orange. You would love her, Otto. Misha says, I went to school with a girl who was born the same day at the same hospital. Our parents played cards during the early stages of labor. Wow. Did you say cute and orange? I think cute, white and orange, but yeah. She's Pecco's long-lost, skinny little sister. She's adorable. I wouldn't mind Laura update pictures too. Yeah, if you happen to feel like sharing pictures of Laura, even if we've seen them before, it's all good. Like, pictures shared on the Discord of pets don't have to be new pictures every time. It will always be fun to see them. My sister and I have the same birthday but born 5 years apart. Whoa. We also have the same face and body structure, almost twins. Yeah, that's weird. Twins but 5 years apart. Huh. Pecco is a weird cat in the sense that whenever we look at her, we're like, oh, she's like, we weigh her and she's like 10 pounds, which is a fairly regular weight for cats. Like, Scout weighs the same. So we're like, okay. But when you look at her, she changes shape so easily. Sometimes she looks like she's really big. And then she will switch position and look really tiny. Hey, thank you for stopping by, Otto. I hope the pain leaves you alone soon. And we are all sending you healing vibes and healing heat to help loosen those stuck muscles. Constantly changing shape perfectly describes my body. Yeah, with Pecco is just hilarious because she will settle down in a loaf and she will look really, really big. And then she will go to sleep in a donut somewhere and look really tiny. So we're always like, how? Things are not supposed to gain or lose volume. How do you do this? My cat is always big, but he can turn into a very flat puddle or the most structured piece of bread with sharp corners. Dante does that too. Haha, Crinkle does that does that too. I swear it can make himself thicker and come in. That's so weird! When I'm standing up, I'm slim like a model, but when I sit down, behold Jabba the Hutt. Oh, come on. It's gas F. Sorry, what? Tom is always small. Aww. I'm kind of always worried that I said something like not proper because my brain is trying to keep up with many things all at once. So I'm like, wait, hold on, did I say something like in a terrible way and didn't notice? Laura is small, but at least she's no longer skinny. Yeah, she gotten a bit chubbier. I've only recently been made aware that female cats can be really, really tiny. With cats like Laura and Emerald, and many moms on the Kitten Academy stuff. They often end up with mom cats that have kittens really, really young, so that kind of stumps their growth. So they have a lot of mom cats that weigh like 7 pounds, and I'm like, yeah, that's so tiny, teeny tiny. FK can't really change her size like a cat, no matter how much she wants to. Aw, she made a beautiful painting today again. I'm loving this so much, honestly. Her paintings, they're awesome. My friend's kitty Ziggy is the smallest male cat I've ever seen at 7 pounds. Ooh, that's teeny tiny. Wow. Tashin can be surprisingly flexible. Daphne can bend her body in half when she stretches. It's gotta be weird to watch indeed. Have you guys seen the video about the smallest cat in the world? Yes! Yes! It's adorable. It's teeny tiny. Have you guys ever seen the pictures of those huge Maine Coons? Adorable. They're so big. They're so floofy. Maine Coons and Norwegian forest cats are huge. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go get some painting water for later on, and I'm also gonna take a bio break, so I'll be right back. Hey Alex, hi. What kind of tea are you drinking today? It's Kuzmi Prince Vladimir. It's basically Earl Grey with citrus. Well, more citrus. Because bergamot is kind of a citrus. It took me forever to find out that bergamot was not like an herb. I don't know why, but I was convinced that bergamot was like a plant. Like an herb. Like basilic or something. Basil or something. I'm in shock that this is a real thing. As seen on TV Collector's Edition 2020 Battle for the White House chess set board game by Bulbhead. Chess pieces look just like politician and patriotic chessboard. Democrats versus Republicans. Someone just showed me this on Discord and I am dead inside. Oh no! Yeah, bergamot is like an orange. It took me forever to find out. Yeah, sorry, it is a plant, but I thought it was like an herb, like, oh, this is bergamot. It turns out it's kind of an orange with a stumpy butt. Hey, what was dinner, Kevin? I hope it wasn't chicken. Citrus bergamia, the bergamot orange, is a fragrant citrus fruit the size of an orange with a yellow or green color similar to a lime depending on ripeness. I think it's really interesting because correct me if I'm wrong, Paulo, but the peel of the bergamot can be orange and then you cut it and it's yellow or green inside. Can you eat bergamot just like an orange then? I don't know. Yeah, I thought like bergamot would be a flower or a leaf somewhere. I don't know why. But it's a citrus. As a lover of all things. Hey, how is your yuzu tree doing? Nothing fancy, just pizza with chicken on it. It's not traumatized one bit. Kevin is like, bring out the chicken. It's not going well for my yuzu tree. Oh no! The leaves are falling and I don't know why. Oh! No! Come on, little tree, you can do it. No! Yeah, I'm really sad about it. Oh, I think we're all sad about it too. Wait, hold on, Alex. Was that a pickup? Or was it a gift for the FedEx guy? Oh no. Oh, we will hope with you. Come on, little yuzu tree, you can do it. Survive, survive. Boop. 5x7 card addressed to Mr. FedEx. Bulky with Dunkin' Donuts gift card and aww. That's such a lovely idea. What a really thoughtful thing, honestly. That's awesome. I was excited for today's stream, retweeted them as some, but I'm here now. We're glad to be here. We're glad to have you here. An episode of Extreme Abdominal Pains. Oh. Oh no. Did you know what caused it? Dang, that sounds awful. Might be birth control. I take it for extreme period pains. Good grief. If that's what it's like with birth control helping, dang. Oh yeah, I got your letter, Paulo. Thank you so much. I got Alex's card too. Sorry, I keep losing track of things that I really should mention in the live streams. My doctor won't check for endo stuff because I'm 19. And the way they check it can damage stuff on the inside, I guess. Dang, I hope they get to check it soon. I mean, it's kind of weird. You would think they could find a way to check it without causing more damage. Like, it's gonna cause damage to Yes, it's the nailed it card. It's adorable though. Oh my gosh. Like it has kittens with glasses. Trisha Cat, the only time I've had to deal with that level of pain was like the one time that I had to switch medication and I had to stop taking the first one, and then I think it was like 3 months of no medication before starting on the second one. And the first month without medication, yeah, I was in a similar state. Almost collapse. And almost fainted, yeah, coming back from work, and I just laid in bed and couldn't do anything. I haven't tried parafilm yet. I need to dig up you guys remember the tube that I had that broke? I need to take it out and use the parafilm on it. Almost fell downstairs at school. Oof. At least we're home. Not a minute. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I had to walk from work to home and it was the longest 15 minutes of my life. I was just like, one more step, one more step, one more step, one more step, almost there, one more step. I got home and I just like removed my thing in the hallway and just collapsed into bed. That was it. Oh. But yeah, Trisha Cat, I hope they figure out how to help you better soon. Because that doesn't sound fun at all. And if it's like that every single month, ugh, sounds dreadful. Human bodies are so useless sometimes. Oh, honestly. They do tiny miracles every day, but then they do things that you're like, why? Like, absolutely why? Woke up and took a sip of water in accident because I was groggy, but forgot that can activate it. Oh yeah, that's another weird thing I've noticed too. If there will be time that if I drink water, it's gonna give me like really painful stomach cramps, and I don't know why exactly. But gotta be really careful about that. I feel so bad for women since you need to deal with periods, birth control, and those other. It's not really fun, and it's like every 4 weeks. Well, every 3 weeks there's a whole week of that, and then it's like rinse, repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. But oof, as someone with I can talk. Someone with chronic gastric issues, I can relate to that. If you can just take small sips, and if you can drink as much as you're ultra keeping. Yeah, that's what I usually do. I will take like small sips, but it's not a big issue. It's just sometimes I can feel it. Like I know. If I'm aware enough, I can sort of realize that I cannot dunk this whole glass of water in my face and not regret it. Hey Lee, hi. Hey, no problem. I'm so glad I'm on the mini pill. It's in a prison 3 years. I don't like taking hormones and peeing them into the ocean. Yeah, same. That's the downside, but I mean, it's like, yeah. I can't tell you how often I spare a thought for the the water filtration centers on the island of Montreal. And I'm like, oh, what you must have to filter out. I'm kind of glad I don't know the specifics of it. Dehydration can sometimes just end up making you feel sicker. Yeah, if you drink too fast, you're gonna be so much sicker. That kitty on the left is so happy it feels like an attack on my soul. I tried to draw Peko and Scout. Like, if they could be in the Christmas spirit or not, according to the personality. Scout is such a big grump. Realize that Scout has teeny tiny arms, but it's just a doodle. Let's live with it for now. I relate to Scout on a spiritual level. Yeah, same. Best period. Part of me is really eager to be at that point. Oh wow, Sarah, that sounds difficult. Scott is that one teacher I've wanted at some point. I'm waiting for the ink to dry. I think I'm gonna try painting this one with some really old question mark paints from a vintage tin. Vintage artist. Whee! These old paints, I think. Yeah. It's vintage palette of Reeves paints that I just finished sort of cleaning up. Sort of. Oh. You're gonna make me lie? I don't think the pants are super good. I think the paints are like Reeves student paints. Well, it says here, Reeves watercolor box number 7. Wait, what? Supposed to be gamboge tint, Prussian blue, yellow ochre, ultramarine, vermilion, middle tint, burnt sienna, and crimson lake and Van Dyke brown. Thing is that these are ceramic pans, and I can't really remove them from the case. They're kind of stuck there. I tried, but they're ceramic. You can't really force them up. So I gotta use up that paint somehow. So I thought it would be, you know, would fit with like, this is just a doodle, so why not use these paints with it? But yeah, see, this is not finished. All this metal is not finished, but it doesn't feel sharp. Like, I can push on it with my fingers and I don't feel like I'm gonna cut myself. It feels fine, you know. I should be able to post a video soon on a vintage palette. Not this one, but another one. I think they're older than me too. Like, this is definitely like before the 80s. Yeah, ceramic pans, they're amazing. I was able to snag a few vintage sets that have them, and they are amazing, but also kind of fragile, so you can't really like grab the pliers and wiggle them out. That didn't look so funny with the small divot here. Yeah, the teeny tiny divots. And like, it's kind of very yellow in terms of the enamel, but I think that's just normal. Because the other one I got that is old too is just as yellow. I troll eBay for them sometimes, but I haven't gotten any yet. Yeah, I used to do that too. And then all of a sudden, I guess my luck was due, and I was able to find sort of 4 of them. Now I'm good. I think with those I'm set for a bit at least. I really wish there was some sort of book dang it. About the history of paint sets. Hey, Cyan, hi. Some antique sellers have delusions of grandeur because they will try to sell you an impossibly rusted up set for like $80, and you're like, there's nothing to be done with this. If it's rusted, it's busted, guys. Sorry. But yeah. Like, this is not very rusted. It's more like old paint that is hard to remove and old dirt than it is rust. Let's grab a brush. I'm playing a game of which brush. Dang it. I'm looking for a specific brush, but I guess I must have put them in another spot. Not sure I want to use like Kolinsky sable brushes with that set, but it looks like it's all I have around me at this moment. Let's try this one. If it's rusted, it's busted. Yeah, it's I'm gonna make a t-shirt with that. 2020 is so rusted it looks like cobwebs. 2020 is so rusted that if you even like touch it super gently, it's gonna crumble. Use the Mimic. Yeah, but the Mimic are like not precious because I don't like saying that, but they're kind of hard for me to get, so regarding vintage palette, the Millennium Edition set I linked on Discord a while ago is still for sale, still super expensive. How much is it? I'll try with the Mimics. Really, I find it really interesting that this set of paint doesn't have. It doesn't have any. It doesn't have any secondary colors when you think about it. The gamboge tint is all gone, and the paint that was in there didn't look like gamboge at all. So I removed it for now. But aside from that, you got your cool and warm red, cool and warm blue, and then 2 browns. I think that's kind of impressive. Cherries is shipping to Canada now. Huh. I really hope that they fix shipping fees. Jesus. Hey, I want to buy 3 brushes. Alright, $40 shipping. How about no? I always forget that Pico has a white spot in her face. And like mostly white paws as well. literally over $500. Oof. I don't care if it's a silver-plated palette. It's still just a set of 22 Winsor... Oh, it's Winsor Newton too. Yeek. It probably has a Chinese white and ivory black in there. Like, Jeebus, for $500, can you give me all the series 3 and 4 and 5 and I don't know, like the expensive paints? I can buy Chinese white myself. It's like $3. I need a job to get more paints and to fix my broken cat. I hope you mean car. I hope your cat is not broken. Poor baby. Oh no, it's a silver-plated Millennium Limited Edition palette, number 207 of 600. Schminke had a silver palette. I wonder if it was silver-plated or full silver. It was crazy expensive. But Eve, lifting the spot on her face out gives a much more organic shape, so it's still... Oh, thank you. I'm glad. To be frank, silver palettes are expensive. Yeah, insanely so. What reputation does Winsor Newton have? It's very pricey and kind of boring. They don't try to innovate all that much. They don't come up with interesting new palettes with unique color selections or unique like setups, or it's basically the same old since forever. Hey, have a good night, Yuri. Take care. I kind of have a, I don't know, maybe a more serious question for you guys in the chat. Does anyone in chat has arthritis in their hands? And if you are comfortable talking about it too. I really wanted to find the silver schminken and I want to know the price. I'm 100% not buying it, of course. If I had the money, I would buy it. And use it. Like, screw this. No arthritis here. No, but I had suffered it with my legs. Mild, maybe, nope. We did. How is the pain manifested? Like, I've tried looking online, but kind of not really able to find something conclusive. But I get pain like at the joints in my hands. It feels like cramps, like small cramps. They usually are there for a bit and then they go away. But lately I've been having, like, especially in the two little fingers, like the pain from the cramps stays longer. And I don't know, it's not swelled, it's not red, it doesn't look any different. It just hurts inside and I don't know what it is. Fairy Dust says, yes, and that And use it part is important. I'm definitely over the whole it's too fancy to use thing. Yep. It doesn't look swollen for you. Okay. But it's such a weird feeling. And like online when you look, they say stuff like it might feel warm, might be swollen, pain at the joint, I think they say. So that's that. Again, it's milled if anything. Yeah, that could be it. It's like, please no. But it's just stiff and aches a little to move. Does it hurt as much if you don't move it? Love that cat's face, not the happy one, the other one. I'm not surprised if most people in chat relate more to the the grumpy cat rather than the happy cat. Ooh. It smells like... Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but it reminds me of the smell of chicken broth powder. Why? The pain and stiffness in joints, yes. Swelling isn't universal. Oh, yuck. Not really. It's also occasional, more so when other autoimmune symptoms are also flaring up. Well, it sucks. Chicken broth. Yeah, it is kind of gross. I really shouldn't put any fur on Scout's ears because she doesn't have any. Really can do a blood test for inflammation factors even if there's no visible swelling. I'll keep that in mind. Like, it's not really the time to go see the doctor, and also my doctor has retired, so I don't have a doctor right now. But I will definitely mention it the next time I have to go see someone. I'm addicted to the smell of ramen packets, so I have mixed feelings. I may not have best anecdotal information, but I know I do not process pain correctly with PTSD, and I can say with certainty should affect how I process the... Oh, oops. Be warned for some people that sometimes come back normal even when things are not normal. Yeah. I mean, if it comes back normal, that doesn't mean the pain is gonna disappear, so... All right, that's it for the the pain talk. Let's switch to something a bit more happy. I haven't painted anything in a while. Party train, struggle bus, all this stuff. I really like struggle bus. Food talk, yay! Yes. I did my Yule log cake last weekend, I guess. Is it last weekend already? I know, happy topic, politics. Ha ha ha. Yeah, right. The cake was so beautiful. Oh, come on. It was okay. It was pretty basic, right? It was delicious too. Stupid question, but are you sure you have enough vitamin D? No, probably not. I really don't keep on top of my vitamin D intake. And it's winter, so we get no sun. So, yeah, maybe I should... No, wait, hold on. I do take my vitamin D daily, but perhaps it's not enough since it's winter. Perhaps I need to take more. Oh no, now I want cake and I don't have any. Can you make one? Oh yeah, tastiness will always win over prettiness. Okay, so there's this chocolate cake I make every year that my mom loves. I made my southwestern pie yesterday. It came out well stuffed to the brim. So you didn't know. I would love to live somewhere where it's winter all year round. Yeah, but you would have to take so much vitamin D though. I got the ingredient for brown butter cinnamon rolls. That sounds amazing. Oh my gosh, brown butter is life. Why is brown butter so expensive to buy though? Honestly, it's like $25 for a small jar. She tried to find a similar recipe but got something really weird. I've never seen such a baking result by her, to be honest. It was like weirdly salty and eggy and completely flat. Well, either she forgot an ingredient in there or added too much of another, or maybe one of her ingredients was rancid? What's the word I'm looking for? Also in Australia they call them cinnamon scrolls. Why? I just discovered the German molehill cake and I'm low-key obsessed. I need to make it. What is it? That worked well, Val. You still got 11 centimeters on me, so... Good butter is expensive in general without melting and browning it. Yeah. Do your countries not had vitamin D stuff? Yeah, we have fortified cereals and fortified milk. But I don't think I eat a lot of those. It's just butter cooked over low heat. Maybe, but trust me to burn it. It was raining sideways here earlier. Yikes. I hope you didn't have to go out. But nope, I looked at the recipe after the fact and just kind of laughed. There was no leavening, none. Not even baking powder? That's weird. It sounds like a recipe for brownies, except brownies are not salty and eggy. People say I'm tall and stuff, but in reality, they're just a bunch of elves. Hey! Hey! I take vitamin D also since Finland. It's pretty dark. Yeah. Finland is like, it's like our winter in terms of sun exposure all the time. Hey, welcome back, Phoebe. I used to be tall, now I'm just above average. From where I live, I'm below average in height. Yeah, I'm below all the averages in height because I'm just short. The only people who can say that it's cute and it's nice to be short are people who have never been short. Yeah, I was confused with B12, but B12 is the one I forget to take. I take the vitamin D every day. Stretching a bit. I'm 5 feet tall. I'm 153 centimeters. B12 is important for your brain and nerve system. Yeah, I know, I just forget to take it. I gotta be the shortest person in chat. I make up for it in width, don't worry. I don't know what these numbers mean. Oh no. If you bouffant your hair. Yeah. If I Margaret Thatcher my hair, you mean? I just finished watching the last season of The Crown and wow, her hairdos. Jeeves. My mom is 6'1" plus. Dang. Wow. Oh, your mom is tall. What I can't figure out is how my son from the dad who is 5'11" is 6'1", and my son whose dad was 6'3" is 5'10". Yeah, that's a good puzzle. Hashtag Scandinavian. A couple of her brothers are basically ants. Dang, the chicken bouillon smell is really weird. My mom's best friend, a woman, is 6'1" or 183 centimeters and had to get her pants custom made so the legs weren't too short. I would rather have that problem than being 5 feet tall. Being 5 feet tall sucks. My daughter-in-law says that about my son's leg, they are trees. Whoa. My dad is my height and my mom is hella short, but my brother is 6'3". Wow. Dude. My dad is not very tall and my mom was also quite short, but I didn't get that win on the on genetic wheel. Our youngest elder brother was 211 centimeters when he was younger. Jesus. Wow, 211. That's crazy. That's where all my missing height went. Dang, what was your dog doing there? Hey, bye Alex. Take care. Oh, I'm gonna ask it now before more people have to go, but so yeah, next stream is gonna be on the 26th. So I don't think there's anything special on Boxing Day. So I will probably be streaming anyway. So yeah. Boxing Day is the name that we give the 26th in North America, I guess. After Christmas, yeah. Woo, Christmas hauls. Not me. England too? England has Boxing Days too. But I can't speak. What is grammar? Next to my husband's family, I'm tiny. He's the shrimp of his family at only 6 feet. Yeah, same with Mr. E's family. Everybody's super duper tall. And I'm like 5 feet. And everybody's at least a foot or close to 8 inches taller than me at the very least. I'm still lost. What is Boxing Day? It's the 26th, and usually, I don't know exactly if it used to have a more wholesome story, but in my experience, it's just a day that the stores have incredible sales. It's a bit like Black Friday, but it's Boxing Day, so usually people go shopping on the 26th. People tend to be very aggressive. Canada aggressive? Oh, it is possible. I was thinking it as boxing sport, not as box container. Yeah, I don't exactly know why it's called Boxing Day. Historically, it's the stores box up their seasonal stuff, so have big clearance. They'll be like, sorry. Be like, sorry! Instead of, sorry. Please forgive me! Bump. Nah. Very orderly lines, long lines around the block. You have all these funny names for those days, Finland. They're super... Wait, hold on. The name you had for the 26th was pretty fancy. Over here it's called Boxing Day, and like half the people don't even know why it's called that. I'm not sure it's better. It is basically Tapani. Regular male name here. We have Christmas Eve 24th, Christmas Day 25th, and other day Christmas, second day Christmas for the 26th, if I translate the word literally. Oh, that's interesting. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and for us it's Boxing Day on the 26th. Maybe it was something else before it became a big sales day, but Tapanin Paiva. And Holy Eve. Yeah, Christmas Eve is the time of the year where I get a bit confused. Like if I'm not in the proper brain mode, I'm like, wait, what? I haven't tried mixing any greens yet. Huh. I don't think I can make a really vibrant green with these colors. Christmas used to have 12 days. Fair point. Do you think they changed it from that so that they wouldn't have to give holidays for 12 days to people? Wouldn't really surprise me. Misha says that's part of it, and the longer celebrations had mostly pagan origins. Then along came the Calvinists. Or the Christians, I guess. My goal with this palette is when it's, like, if you take, for example, this gamboge color, when it's going to be empty, I think I'm just going to put, like a Schminke or Daniel Smith gamboge in there. And same with the other colors. As I go through them eventually, I think I will just replace them with professional range new paints. Now you can use your metallic paints. Oh yeah, I should have some metallics on there. It would be cute. Yule logs are remnants of Celtic winter solstice celebration. Well, in my book they're cake, so always a win. Oh, April, I know what you mean. As a fellow atheist, I'm always baffled by just how distrusted we are. And I'm always like, why? Why? And often people are like, well, if you're an atheist, you don't have any morals. How are you supposed to know what to do? And you're like, Jeebus, where do I start? You don't need to be religious to know about morals and to understand concepts like good or bad. What? I'm a hardcore atheist. I think I've been. But I'm kind of like, yeah, like April says, like, you see the rankings of like what, let's say they make a poll about what people are more likely to vote for. There will be some really extravagant things that score higher than just someone being an atheist. And I'm like, what? Sorry, what? Hold on. Hold on. Wait, what? No, I know, Lena. I that's exactly what I think, but it always take me a moment to sort of recover from people saying that like atheist people are somehow immoral or untrustworthy and all that, because I'm like, where does that come from? Like I don't get it. It has nothing to do with God or religion, so why do you think that? Like, what's an atheist in your perception of life? What? It's just so baffling. Like, you don't need the guidance of religion necessarily to do good things. Some people benefit from it, and some people like being part of that. And I mean, if you are religious, that's entirely your thing. But not being religious, it just means that you're not religious. It doesn't mean anything else. I haven't been baptized. I've always been an atheist as well. I saw this really interesting piece of writing from the perspective of a Christian, framing atheism as inherently moral due to the fact that atheists don't need something telling them to do good deeds. yeah, that's just weird to it's so weird to see people say things like, but if you don't have a religion, how do you know good from bad? And it's so not about religion. It's like, what am I supposed to answer to that? I gotta go back so far to find the issue in your statement that, wait. My cousins in Scotland are both observing Christians, and they have not been able to find a church where they feel well in Scotland, and I'm really sad for them. Oh. I think needing a higher power to motivate you to be a good person isn't healthy and says a lot about one's morals. It's just a bit peculiar how that side of it really gives the idea that like, it's more like if those guys didn't have religion to tell them what's good or bad, they wouldn't be able to figure it out. And you're like, no, you would be able to figure it out. It's not a really difficult concept, you know. You don't need to be told about that stuff. You will find out soon enough what it is. Autocorrect wanted to switch religiously to deliciously. I kind of good job, autocorrect, for once that you do something that is an improvement. I endorse delicious celebration. Yeah, me too. Bring him on. Let's have all the delicious celebrations. I know, I'm hardcore too. It starts so many arguments. Wow, I can't speak anymore. How do you say that word? Which I don't avoid, but I try to be polite. I truly believe most Christians aren't really. Yeah, I try not to talk about religion because in the end it's a really personal thing, I think, and if someone is religious and that's their sort of choice, yeah, I'm fine with it as long as they don't try to preach or convert me. Leave me alone with that. And yeah, if you are an atheist, that's perfectly fine. And if you're an atheist, we might have a bit more to talk about since we share the same viewpoint. But overall, it's not like there's not one good or one bad answer in terms of what you believe in or not. It's just how do you behave in the end, regardless of that. That's gonna be what matters, right? I condone the Church of Glazed Donuts. Oh, dang. Oh, yum, yum, yum. April, one of my favorite thing though, favorite, being really sarcastic here, is when people are like, but atheists, they don't believe in God, so it's a belief, and you're like, it hurts. It hurts my soul so much. I'm like, oh no. Why do we get to that point of argument? Good people are good people, right? Yeah, exactly. Yes, but they don't quite seem the same. Hold on, what do you mean? I'm always tripped up in the fact that people are like, but you don't believe in God, so you believe in something, and trying to explain to them that that's not the thing. Saying you don't believe in something is not a belief. Anyway. Cyan, if you remember to take pictures of your gingerbread house, I want to see pictures. And yeah, my biggest question is, how will you How can you bake those big pieces like evenly? How do you not end up with pieces that are burnt on the edges and like really soft in the middle? Is there a trick to this? I love eating gingerbread houses and the gingerbread families living inside them. Sorry. Just my guess, but maybe bake it at a lower temp for longer. Ooh, that's clever. Oh no, gingerbread is amazing, Trisha Cat. All the spicy ginger and then cinnamon and nutmeg and cloves. Oh, it is so good. It is temp and not separating edges. Oh, so you kind of trace the edge, but you don't separate it. Oh. You can trim your gingerbread pieces when they're fresh out of the oven too. Oh, that's clever. You guys are clever. I learned a trick to making doors is to perforate the doorway and cut after baking. You guys are so clever. I'm learning so much. Oh, I've only eaten Walmart gingerbread houses. Yeah, that's not quite the same. If making a gingerbread house yourself is too much work, a recipe for gingerbread cookies, like, it's going to be the same recipe, but you can use cookie cutters to make gingerbread men, or women, or people. And then you can sort of taste the genuine tasty balance of spices. Ginger honey cake, that sounds amazing. What do you use as a glue for the pieces of the gingerbread house, Diane? Ooh, snickerdoodles, yes, with lots of cinnamon. All the cinnamon. Melted sugar. Oh, really? Okay, so not even like some sort of icing or something. Just like syrup. I don't think gingerbread is a good cookie for me to try with the 4-year-old. Well, my mom would do the gingerbread cookies with us as kids. She would prepare most of it and roll out the dough, and our job was to cut the cookies and to try and transfer them to the pan, which was always funny. There were some misshapen cookies, I gotta say. Just that hot melted sugar from pan. Ooh, it sounds dangerous. Like, melted sugar will burn more than glue guns. Than hot glue guns. The store-bought gingerbread houses have kind of a cement style icing that dries super hard and that is not super fun to eat afterwards. Ah, dang, Lee, that sounds great. Sounds like a really fun family activity. We would do the cookies, not a house, but we had a blast making the cookies and then decorating them. And they were always derpy. Yeah, I think with kids, having the cookie cutters and like showing them how to place them and to press on them, it's a bit like Play-Doh. So it's quite enjoyable. The advantage of molten sugar is that it hardens quickly. It does. Also burns. It burns. They'll use caramel for glue. Ah, yummy. I think royal icing is safer for kids' parties. That's what we would put on. Well, I don't know if it was royal icing. I think my mom would just take some powdered sugar and mix a bit of water in it and food coloring, and that would be it. I think royal icing is fancier than that. But yeah, we decorated the gingerbread cookies with that mixture of powdered sugar and water. Mom would put them in syringes, and it was really funny because the syringe, if when you use it, it flows kind of in a way that you can control. But if you put it aside for a couple of minutes and then you take that color back again, it's kind of stuck a bit. So you have to press harder for the icing to come out, and that's when the derpy ones would come out. Like you try to be super precise and make eyes on a gingerbread dude, and it sort of gushes out, and now your gingerbread dude has an eye that's half his face. You don't know pain until you've been burned by sugar. It hurts so bad. Royal icing also is egg whites traditional. Yeah, that's what I thought. We did icing, sugar, butter, vanilla, and water. Ooh. Aw. I remember when you got that book, Amisha. I think that's a really fun idea to make cookies with the grandkid. You need to post that picture in the Discord, Paulo. I'm curious to see. I'm gonna go pick up my Sparky Pinch. I have so many Sparky Pinks. Rummage. Hey, Tiffany, hi! My measuring cups are missing? How did you manage to lose those? I think I'm gonna go with the Van Gogh ones. Yeah, these are nice. Oof. Gonna have to head out to run some errands, but I'm so glad I got this to just lovely talking to you all. Hey, thank you so much for being here, Sarah. Is it your first live stream? Are you familiar with the Discord server? I think you're on the Discord server. Yeah, we saw pictures of crinkles. Have a great weekend, Sarah. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, Dan. Ooh. Ow. Just gonna wet all the sparkly colors a bit first. Caramel went all over my hand and it blistered. Oh. Dang, it got so dark outside. Oh, it's almost 5. How? Gonna use some this really light pearls silver-ish color for the snow, I think. Hey, have a good night, Cyan. Best of luck with the gingerbread house. Excited to see the pictures. Might actually be like iridescent silver or something, but it kind of looks like... I've been eating so many crackers today. Yummy. Posted the pic. Yay, awesome. A bunch of us are doing a no-buy next year, though. Should that be a channel or something? Like, to support each other? Or I mean, I totally didn't add 5 Roman small pants to my cart this morning because of it or something. Aww. I'm not attempting a no-buy. That will only frustrate and depress me. That's the thing that I'm... Like, my worry about doing that is that I'm afraid if I try to enforce it, it will just bring me to break it. Like, it will put too much focus on not buying. The enamel with this palette breaks apart a bit, but yeah, that's fine. Like, it's a bit too extreme for me to respond well to it. I have been successfully postponing an art order for almost 2 months now. Wow, Misha, that's awesome. I did start a channel for people to support for that. Oh, a YouTube channel. That's awesome. You have to put the link in the Discord. I think I missed it. Wow, that's a really deep question, Kevin. How would you feel your year would have went if the beer virus never happened, as in travel plans and stuff? We don't really travel as much, but I think it would have been much easier to go see family. And if it had never happened, I don't think my mom would have passed. Like, I'll never know, and it's impossible to know, but it has really aggravated the situation, which led to her passing. Hey, thanks, Phoebe. It's okay. As okay as it can be. I'm trying to see if there are any other places that require a bit of shimmer paints on my doodle, but I don't really think there is. I don't know if you guys can sort of pick up the shimmer, maybe. It's hard to see on a screen. It was a good idea to suggest these paints. I really like them, but I don't think about picking them up often. And I really need to transfer the other like FX paints I got from Rembrandt and Van Gogh to a darker palette, so that they are color coded. I'm guessing that for you, Kevin, it would have been very different for school, right? Like, I'm kind of glad that I don't have school right now. So yeah. There's like 5 minutes left. Do you want a quick showcase of the other old palettes that I got? I can grab it. this one, this one is it's a bit more rough. But what was super interesting to me was how this section is laid out. I don't know if you guys can see the really old school way of propping pans. Like you prop the pans in there and they have this sort of heart-shaped thing that holds them into place. And this in itself is not... I think it's gotta be brass or something. Because I don't think it's not a white metal, it's a yellow metal of sort. So I have to clean this one up further, and there are still some paints left in the lid that are usable. So that's something too, and gotta be careful to clean it, because if I clean too hard, the enamel lifts. But I mean, I don't know what the metal was used for the main bodies of these palettes, but it doesn't rust as much as like a Schmincke palette now. And this one was also a Reeves palette. But yeah, it's much sturdier. And the metal is not finished on the edges, but you don't feel like you're gonna cut yourself on them. So yeah, you would prop your... to have a plastic pan somewhere. I usually always have plastic pans around, but... So I have to figure out if this one is supposed to house square pans like these or rectangular pans. But I'm excited to use these, and my whole idea for getting these was, first of all, I'm fascinated with the like the older ways that they would like prop the paints. Like the palettes nowadays are all the same. They have the tray and a thingy and you clip the pan in place. So all of these older way of setting up a palette really fascinate me, and I want to use them. This is not like meant as a decorative piece, it's meant as a thing I'm going to use. So I'm eager for that. Oh, if COVID was not a thing, I'd have gone straight to uni instead of doing a QQI foundation degree. Oh, interesting. I'm really not familiar with the other school systems. Even the one in the US is confusing to me. If there wasn't the pandemic, I would not have missed as much work. I have been unusually ill this year. Do you think the virus has something to do with your illness? Like, were you more stressed out, so it made you more prone to illnesses? I have a package for my sad friend and it's gonna make her happy. Oh, that's really great. Yay. It's been a really, not interesting, it's been an hardcore year, and I wouldn't call it interesting because it's been nightmarish. But it's interesting to do the exercise of focusing on the good stuff that happened despite all the bad stuff. Like, the community really helped each other, and on the Discord we've all been super helpful to each other, and that was awesome. So yeah, well, the live stream is about to end anyway, so yeah, so as much as the this year that's almost over has been a tornado of what the heck, community has been a shining beacon of hope. And I don't mean this in a sarcastic way, it's just a bit cheesy to say, but I truly believe this. And it's been great to sort of have a place to express whatever and feel comfortable doing so. So that's been great. We're lucky we're in introverts. Yeah, being an introvert has definitely been finally useful. No, not the pandemic. I did undergo several surgeries for injuries and odd fatty lumps. Oh, okay. Yeah, shingles doesn't sound great. Never. Alright, guys, so, unless something special happens, and I will let you guys know on Discord if it's ever the case, but there should be a live stream next Saturday. It's gonna be the 26th. Nothing special planned on the 26th, so I will be there, and if you can join us, that will be great. And yeah, otherwise we have the Discord. If you're not familiar with it, it's a platform for chatting. So what was a bit like a modern MRC, MERC, yeah. But basically you just create an account, it's free, there's various channels for various topics, and there's a bunch of us on there, and it's a really fun community. And yep, I will be there next Saturday. I will do my best to post another video soon. And yep, so I wish you all the best. Have a fun time during the holidays, regardless of how you decide to spend it. And take care, and we will see each other next week. Bye bye.